Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
What's going on, folks? This is Steve. We are with Race Day today, and we are at Richmond International Raceway for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. And man, today is the beginning of a fun in-season tournament. Today begins the Midseason Madness. Richmond, Atlanta, and Charlotte. So a lot of fun. 3 completely different tracks, right? Short track, intermediate, super speedway, I guess at this point, Atlanta, and then Charlotte for our big 600-mile style race. So going to be incredible right now. We'll talk more about that in just a second. But right now, Richmond is the case, the AdminBoxx 200. Big thanks to them for coming on board, as always, and being a channel sponsor as well as a sponsor for the league. Right now, we're going to get down trackside for qualifying. Has begun, and we are in the middle of it, so let's go down and take a peek. Here we go, Richard Woodruff coming down onto the track. Looks pretty sharp. It is going to be a sunset race, so this race is going to get nice and cool on the track surface. And right now we'll see darkness about maybe at the end of stage 1, give or take, 50 or so laps in. Stages today will be laps 50 and 100 out of a 200-lap race, so a long way to go for these guys, but all good. Brandon Fetterplace again subbing in for Martin Nava. Did really well last week at COTA, and then today going to do the same thing, or at least he hopes. We'll see how we can do. Here's the grid right here. Andrew Phipps currently on top with the 21.74. He looked extremely fast earlier in practice as well, so expect him to definitely be a contender today. I've got a funny feeling. Ryan Dunkelberger as well. Up here looking pretty good. P5 on the board. Gary Slapinski right now making his efforts around turn 3. I'll tell you what, this track is pretty loose right now. Saw a lot of guys spinning out in turn 4 right there. Gary, though, does a great job making that work. Fantastic job. Jackson Anderson on track now. What can he do? Stops his run right there. Daryl Young. Can you reel? There he is. Not a whole lot of time left. Again, it's only a 10-minute session. Right now, there's about 7 minutes left to go. Actually, 6 at the line right here. So, Max Brady coming around that Carlos Pizza machine. looking strong. Matthew Fleming, here he is. Different paint scheme today. San Antonio Karting Complex looking good. So what can he do today? All good. Max Brady, there he is. A bunch of drivers still waiting to qualify. So real quick, let's talk about that midseason madness as we watch Matthew Fleming round the track. So here we go. Here's the standings right here. Midseason madness, basically an in-season 3-race tournament. Basically how it'll work is that this right here are the standings as they enter this race. So last week at the end of COTA, the top 20 in points, they are the ones who are going to be involved in this tournament. And basically, it's roles reversed. So P1 right now in the standings is Brandon Bowie, but he will start last in the tournament. And Michael Johnson, excuse me, is 20th in points, so he gets to start P1. So he has the most points right now. After this race tonight, half of this field, half of that bracket will go away, and only will have 10 remain. Next week in Atlanta, same rules, same system, but then after that, only 5 will remain. And then Charlotte, our big race, longest race of the year, 3 stage breaks, that will be determined by the Midseason Madness finale. So a little side tournament, a lot of fun for these guys, and hey, some big prizes at the end of it. So that is going to be the standings right now. We'll get more about that furthermore into the race, but also next week as well. So little fun narrative as we continue on into this season. Already halfway into the season, pretty crazy. A lot of good times right now. Brandon 6. Here he is coming around. Looks pretty slow right there. Not sure if he's warming up the tires or whatnot, but Nick Lights in that number 2. Looking very good. Let's see what he has right now. B8 so far. Not too bad. Mark Whitley snuck in the lap right there for the 21.76. Very, very quick. Here's Ken Real making his first laps. But Nick Lights crosses the line. Can he make it up a little bit? Doesn't seem like he can, so... Oh! Loop to loop right there. Brandon 6 comes across. That's going to be it for him. So right now, looks like didn't even qualify. I don't even see him having a lap on the board, so not sure if he's having some issues or whatnot, but we'll catch up on that. Kenny Real on track. Looks like at this point he's just running off some practice laps and qualifying. That can happen. Not a bad move. Here's Joseph Mealy from Murphy Esports. Looking great in the All Things Go podcast machine. As usual. What can he do today? Has looked very stout last couple of weeks. COTA obviously being the road course. Definitely a hard condition track, but right here, I think this kind of a track suits Mealy's style, so we'll see if he can capitalize on that. Looking good so far. P18. Couple more drivers on the track. Blaze Crawford, there he is. Pretty solid. Frankie Barroso, multiple time winner this season so far. They're waiting for the track to cool down, it looks like, because right now qualifying is 10 minutes and the sun is setting, so the longer you can wait, the cooler that track temp should be. As we're seeing Joseph Mealy hit that P11 spot. Not too bad right there. Blaze Crawford going to come down across the stripe. About a half a lap. Devin Smecker, here he is at 26. Drip drops on the car. Very clean paint scheme there. Loving that. Where does Blaze end up? Whoa, P3 for him, 21.76. Ties Whitley, essentially. Great run right there. Frankie Barroso up to P10 right now. That's going to end his qualifying effort. Jamie Graham we're seeing warming up the tires. Here comes Devin Smecker. Going to finalize his lap right here. P5, great job right there. He was fast in practice. He's going to be one to watch. Absolutely. Michael Johnson. Man, what could have been last week for him. Coda was so close. You could taste it for his first win, but don't count him out right now. P6 for his first lap. Those tires are going to get warmed up right here. The second lap should be faster if there's no mistakes. Oh, locks him up. That's not going to do it. Jamie Graham, though, in P14, going to get one more lap under his bone, or not. Goes around. So that right there is going to be it. Qualifying is basically over. About 10 seconds left to go. Nobody else on track. So that's going to be it, folks. Awesome, awesome time right here. Richmond is always a fun time. Short track racing, right? We're going to expect to see some chaotic racing, tight racing. Hey, cautions, you know, we're going to see them. Today is going to be a wild one. And, you know, what do you expect when it comes to short track racing at Richmond under the lights? Always a fun time. So right now, Andrew Phipps is on the pole. Incredible job for him. Looking extremely fast. Was the fastest in practice too, so that tells me that he's got that car to win today's race. We'll see how we can do and how we can fare. Here we go, starting on the pole again, Andrew Phipps. There he is, that 22 machine. Looking extremely fast. In P2 though, Mark Whitley rolling off in the outside spot. Watch out for him. I think he's got the car too. He's very fast here. I've seen him win races at Richmond. I'll tell you what, he can be a contender. So looking out for that man right there. Blaze Crawford, P3. Looking for his first win. Matthew Fleming in P4. Devin Smacker rolling off P5 right there. Michael Johnson, 6th place. Christian Angel, great qualifying effort for him, P7. Gary Slapinski, P8 right there. Awesome looking car too. Tim Robb rolling off in 9th place. Ryan Dunkelberger, P10. Nick Lights, 11th. Frankie Barroso, P12. Brendan Fetterplay is going to be rolling off 13th place. Jimmy Graham, 14th. Jackson Anderson, 15th. Joseph Mealy in 16th spot. Jeremy Miller in P17. Roger Pierce, 18th spot. Jacob Wiest in P19. Austin Salyers, 20th place. Michael Pont, there he is, P21. Max Brady, 22nd place. Kenny Reel, 23rd. Richard Woodruff, 24th. Daryl Young, 25th. Julio Villalobos, going to be in 26th spot. Scott Casorn, 27th. Brandon Bowie, 28th. And Brandon 6th, 29th. John Hagan, very fast in practice for John Hagan. Didn't get the qualifying lap, but starts in P30. And then we're going to see Hugo Curiel, Matt Smith, and James Kaufman rounding out the field. So 33 cars today. It's going to be your field. Cannot wait to get this thing underway. Always a fun time, short track racing. And right now, going to be our first short track of the season, if you don't count the Coliseum as our pre-race, or preseason race. But either way, here we go. Lap 1 of 200. The mark is going to be lap 50, as you see on the left-hand side of your screen. Restarts here, expect to be pretty chaotic. Andrew Phipps, though, going to lead us off with the green flag. That pace car going to turn off, and we are going to go green here in Richmond. Or not. Maybe one more lap. Here we go. Looks like a bit of a delayed caution right here to start the race. No problem, no worries. Pace car lights are off though, so we're going to go back green this time by. Sometimes the field has to just get lined up the right way, and everyone has to shake off the nerves and get going. So that's going to be the case here. Andrew Phipps, very, very fast driver. I think he's got what it takes to win this race. But look at the guys behind him. Blaze Crawford looking for his first win of the season. Matthew Fleming, the same thing. Mark Whitley, Michael Johnson in P5. So many guys here looking to get their first wins of their career, but also the season. Here we go, green flag in the air. Andrew Phipps going to lead us off, and we are going green. Nice and easy as we get down to turn 1. This is going to be pretty hectic right here. It's double file. Outside lane can work pretty well, but you got to be careful to not get wrecked early. Mark Whitley leads that first lap in the 77, gets around Andrew Phipps, and there he is, now your new leader. Just like that. Yellow flag is out. Jacob Weist in Austin Salyers. First caution of the day. Don't actually see much damage. Oh, hold on though. Austin Salyers right front looks like pretty well beat up. And the front end. Weist though I don't think has a lot of damage. Yeah, we see barely anything on that. So let's go back and take a look. But yeah, lap number 2. Crazy. Let's see here. So there's Jacob right there in that 60. Oh, just comes across the nose of the 1. Yeah, super minor. I think both cars will definitely be able to get their cars fixed. But yeah, unfortunately, looks like the 60 maybe thought he was clear, but yeah, I mean, definitely wasn't. All good though, first caution. Getting the nerves out of the system, tight racing, right? Short track racing. We expect to see things like this. Richmond, though, is kind of known for long green flag runs. If we get past these initial restarts, I got a feeling we'll see long green flag runs, and we love to see that. A couple of cars on pit road right now. Brandon 6. He's playing the long game here, I've got a feeling. Last week's winner at Coda. Look at that, topping off on fuel. Smart move, 50 laps to get to stage 1. Could be a long while. Those fuel Jacob Weist fixing that damage. Austin Salyers as well, so not too bad. No harm, no foul here early in the race. Going back to our point though, we're looking to see if we're going to get a new winner, a first-time winner. Mark Whitley, obviously Season 4 champion, so he's got some wins under his belt for the ASRA. Looking to get one more today. Andrew Phipps as well. Looking to get his first time win in the season and in the actual league altogether. So would be very good for him. Definitely has the speed to do it. Blaze Crawford as well. We saw him extremely fast in Darlington earlier on in the season, a couple races back, and just couldn't quite get it. Matthew Fleming, we know, is a fast driver, consistent, very good on the long runs for Fleming. So I think if we see some long green flag runs, he's the man to watch. Michael Johnson as well, very fast. Evan Smecker. Gary Lipinski already won this year at Michigan. A lot of drivers can get this thing done today. Right now, though, we're still under yellow, so let's go and take a quick break. We'll thank some sponsors, and we'll come right back.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
All right, folks, here we go. The restart right now on lap number 8. What can Mark Whitley do? Andrew Phipps on the outside lane. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Double file back. That leader will always have a great restart here on these restarts. And you saw it, Mark Whitley with a great launch right there. 2 wide, maybe 3 wide here in a second. 78 locks the brakes up. Turn 4 is going to be Calamity Corner. It's so loose on exit. Got to be super careful, especially in the back of the pack. Different braking zones and different acceleration points. It's so key to get yourself off these corners the right way. Oh, back in the pack. Scott Gasorn gets around. In that Busch Light machine, holding the brakes. Great job waiting for that pack to go by. Looks like he tangled with Matthew Pont in that number 1, but again, don't see much damage on these cars, which is great. A little bit of a setback for them, but keeping it going forward is not a bad deal. So let's go back and see if we can find out what happened with these two. Looks like Scott Gasorn might have come across the nose. We'll take a look, obviously, but that's already happened. But yeah, you can see they tangle up. Maybe even, who is that? Is that John Hagan right there too? Potentially it is on the inside lane. We'll go back a little further back and see if we can get some kind of explanation. There we go. Yeah, Scott just kind of turns right. Again, it just seems like another case of, you know, maybe he thought he was clear, but unfortunately it was not, and that's going to be it for them. So we'll see them on track. So Jacob Weist is still on track in 30th. Looking to get some more damage fixed, it looks like. And also Brandon Six back on track as well to get that fuel. Not a bad move. I'll tell you what, Brandon Six is 30th, but he's definitely looking to see what he can do here. Stage 1 might be a fuel game for these first 2 stages. But besides that, Scott Gasorn still on track. Didn't pit, it would appear like, but that car looks pretty well clean. Definitely not a lot of damage there. So that's the good news sometimes about these short courses, is that, man, like if you spin around, I mean, we see some scrapes right there in the left front, but really nothing too bad. So Austin Salyer's pulling up right there as well. We saw him involved earlier in that first wreck, but that front of the car doesn't look too bad. The great thing about short tracks like this is that aerodynamics don't really play a massive role in the car. They can a little bit, but overall, it's really not too bad. So that looks like it'll be salvageable. Up the front, though, Mark Whitley still your leader under our second caution of the race. Here comes Salyers right now, coming down to pit. Obviously has some damage to fix. That's the good thing, too, about these cautions, right, is that when you have multiple cautions, you have the ability to save your tires, right? And also, too, right now as we're getting the choose car, you have the ability to fix that damage, right? I mean, at a small track like this, Richmond, lap times just fly off, right? So if you have cautions, you can really just use the time to fix it, come back around, fix some more, a couple more seconds, right? So, because places like this, you don't want to go a lap down. Looking good right now. The choose car is off. Big thanks again. Look at that paint scheme, man. Woo. Harpoondesign.com. Awesome paint schemes all around. The car looks like a cone, man. That's what it's supposed to do. It's doing its job just right. And big thanks, obviously, to Brandon Davis for acting as race control for us and running into that choose car. Or I guess not running into it, but running it. So, awesome job right there. Looking good as always. Here we go. Mark Whitley going to be leading us back off again. Chooses the outside lane here. We'll see this often. Outside lane looks pretty dominant. Let's take a look. Restart. Here we go. Green flag. Back in the air. Oh, Jackson Anderson, massive collision right there into the back. Third caution out. And Jackson Anderson just ate the wall right there. That's going to probably end his race. That's what we were talking about, unfortunately. Short track racing, but man, back in the pack, different zones, right? Different braking, different acceleration points. And that, unfortunately, is a pretty beat-up car. So let's go back once more and take a look as we do. Looks like it's before that, so we'll take one more look. Oh, he just gets loose. It happened so fast, we'll go back once more to show you folks, but yeah, he just gets loose here. You see him. Max Brady comes down across Kenny Reel's nose, and he gets loose as well, the 5, but yeah, the 83 just lost it. The 5 as well, Max Brady will cover this to see what he does. These two get together as well. 64. Oh, John Hagen just squeezes through. What a good job. Front end comes off of Max Brady, but yeah, tough break right there for these two drivers. But again, loose conditions. Loose conditions and 34 cars on track. That is what happens right there. Max Brady coming down pit road as well. Don't see much damage. The front end, they replaced the front end there, so looks like potentially no harm, no foul, but he'll get himself back to the front. But that's kind of the thing too, right? It's like you can't, at a short track like this, I mean, we're seeing Brandon Bowie, Brandon Six, even I think, drivers like John Hagen as well. Like these guys all qualified back there or didn't qualify on purpose, potentially to save the fuel. I'm getting word that fuel is going to be a concern here for these initial stages, so that's probably what they're doing, right? Save the fuel, stay in the back, and get ready for that third stage where it's not going to be that much of a big deal. But that's the issue, though. If you qualify in the back, you're susceptible to these wrecks, right? Because there's just, varying levels of talent, but also braking zones and all kinds of things like that. So you just never know what can happen back there. As we're going to see Brandon Six come down pit road again to top off on fuel, assumedly. But up front, there he is, Mark Whitley in the Harpoon Design Racing Team, number 77, looking pretty good. Right now we're choosing as well, so this is going to be our third caution. I'll tell you what, some of the best races I've ever watched in my life. The first one that I can think of, I think it was Charlotte was it the Coke 600 back in like 01 or 02? No. 2021. I forget when it was, but it was very recently. And it had like 20 cautions. It was insane. But it was one of the best races of that year. And I think it was Denny Hamlin that won. Somebody flipped as well on the front stretch. I forget who it was, but man, that race was incredible. So, hey, sometimes if you have a lot of cautions, it's not always a bad thing. And right now, 3 cautions into the race on lap 20, we're getting there. We're gonna get the nerves worked out a little bit. Not too worried about it. We expected this for short track racing. But right now, Mark Whitley, Andrew Phipps on the front row. We're gonna go back green here. Mark Whitley and the green flag are in the air. Let's get it. Mark Whitley on the outside lane gets it back going. And that huge advantage in that P1 spot. We're going to see double file right here for a little bit. Once we start to see single file racing, I think that's where we're going to see long green flag runs. It's just, they got to get to that point, right? Look at this. That 10, Milren sends it into that corner. Woo! Not sure why we're doing that 22 laps in, but we're doing it. Luckily, nobody was on the outside there, but he just shot through that corner like a cannon. Back of the field, looking pretty good. Brandon Bowie getting through that. Cars right here, too wide in the midfield. Darrell Young on the outside lane. Pretty solid all around right now. Front of the field starting to single out. This is what we want to see. Uh-oh. Devin Schmecker maybe. Excuse me, Jamie Graham got loose right there, but he keeps it going. Devin Schmecker under fire from Matthew Fleming in that drip drops machine. Look how clean that looks. So good. Matthew Fleming on the inside lane. Awesome looking rides all around today. Still double file a little bit. Further back. Brandon Bowie way up top right here. But he finds some grip. Look at this run he has on his teammate Richard Woodruff. Interesting move there. We'll see that. Roger Pierce right here, back here in 28th place. I'll tell you what, drivers like this, drivers like Roger Pierce, he is not back here for no reason. Definitely in fuel-saving mode or saving tires mode. But right now, we're already halfway through stage 1, so this is going to be big. Mark Whitley out to a good-sized lead right now, 9/10 of a second. Jackson Anderson trying to get back down right here. He is hurt in that 33rd spot. 27 laps in. These stages, this race will end pretty quick if it stays green. And like we said, once we start to see single file racing, it's going to get clean and green, as we say. And Tim Robb, look at him, 10th place right now, trying to track down Jamie Graham. Right on board Rob right now. Looking very good, look at him. Behind Graham. Turn 3 right here. Oh man, it's so easy to try and send it. But you really have to lift off much earlier than you think you do to make the corner. Or else you get really tight. That corner's tight in and loose off. What a great job for that 57. His teammate right behind him, Millerin, making a move now around Gary Slapinski. Overall, solid job right here for these guys. Millerin going to try and... Oh, nope. Does a good job right there. Brandon Fetterplace. There he is in that 41. Dyslexic moment. Brandon Fetterplace subbing in for Martin Nava. And here he is trying to make a move here for 13th place. Looking good. A couple of more drivers making their way through. Daryl Young right here in the back, trying to work his way up to the front. Tracking down Brandon Bowie right now. Season 5 champion. Excuse me, Season 3 champion. Season 5 was his teammate, Brandon 6. But here we go. Daryl Young going to try and make that move. Right here especially, off corner. You're going to be so careful. It's so loose. But with the track conditions changing right now, you can see it through the windshield. That sun is starting to set, especially in turns 3. We're going to see this race turn to complete nighttime conditions, and the track will be really, really clean and pretty well gripped up. So we'll see these guys having a lot better and a lot easier jobs handling these stock cars. But right now, Tim Robb diving underneath. Jamie Graham still working on him. Can't quite make it done yet. Might have it here. Yeah, see right there, that move? He dives in and then kind of moves up a lane, half a lane. You gotta be careful with that. He did it fine just there, but that can hurt. Especially on older tires. You really gotta back up that braking zone as you get going into this race. And shadows right now already being cast. Mark Whitley, though, in P1, looking very, very good. Can he win his first race of the season? Tell you what, today would be a good day for it. Blaze Crawford, though, behind him by 1.4 seconds, so not too close to him. These long green flag runs, that will be what it takes to see what happens in the race, right? Lap 35 right now, lap 36. Only 14 more laps to go until stage 1, so a lot can happen. See Nick Lights diving it on the outside lane. Riding aboard Nick Lights right here. You can see him in the side view mirror. Devin Schmerker right behind him, but to the side of him, Andrew Phipps. Upshifts right there out of turn 4. Phipps has the preferred lane, but you really can't get the drive off like you want to. So that the outside lane really works for rotation. And you can see him. He gets the job done there on the outside lane. So very, very good job for Nick Lights. Battle right here, looks like. Michael Johnson right now being shown his 30th place, but we can't actually look at his car, so I'm not sure if he's off track right now, but we'll follow up with that momentarily. But further on back for 25th, oh, got a battle right here. Actually, teammates Millerin and John Hagen. All 4 of these drivers are really making their way up to the front pretty quick. Millerin has looked pretty good, showing some speed early on, trying to work the outside lane of John Hagen. Impala Motorsports looking pretty good so far this season, brand new to the ASRA, and man, they've had their fair share of bad luck, but these guys know how to race, and they're showing it right now. Jeremy Millerin, well as Tim Robb in front of him, looking pretty good. Oh no, Millerin though gets involved with John Hagen. Maybe I spoke too soon. John Hagen gets wrecked right there. Oh man, 4th caution, lap 41. John Hagen moving through the field pretty quick. Let's go back and take a look. Right on board, John Hagen here. Coming out of turn, this is turn 1 right here. What happens? Ooh, it looks like actually the 64 might be the issue here. We'll go back a little further back. Can't really tell if he got loose right there or if he just had some kind of an issue, but let's get one more better look. This angle should tell it all right here. Okay, coming into turn 4. Hagen and Miller side by side. Hagen here on the inside. See if contact was made or anything, but oh, you can see it. Yeah, the 64 got loose right there. 10 also looks like got loose just a tad as well. 64 though of Hagen definitely got a little loose right there. So that's going to be maybe a racing incident. We'll see what race control calls that, but yeah, super unfortunate. Hard racing on lap 42. Couple of takers on pit road. Joseph Mealy. Here he comes. Kenny Reel as well. And again, this is smart because these drivers, they're not too far to the front, right? So, hey, take the tires now, take the fuel now, and then it's lap 43, right? So if we get one more yellow, basically after we go green, that's going to be the stage, because if a yellow happens before 5 laps before the scheduled distance of a stage, that is called the stage end. So this right here could be a very smart move from Mealy. He'll get that track position for sure as we get to that stage end. So Mark Whitley right now out front. We'll go and take a few short minutes break here and talk to some sponsors, and we'll come right back.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
All right, folks, welcome back to the AdminBoxx 200. We are here for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series, and right now, a bit of a shakeup. Lap 45, almost lap 46 here for the restart. Stage 1 ends at lap 50, unless we get a caution here within this next 5 laps. But right now, Mark Whitley leads us back off on the outside lane. Great jump right now. 2 wide in the back. Andrew Phipps under fire right here from Devin Smecker. Great job right now. Further on back. Everyone's battling. They got to get those stage points in that top 10. Max Brady looking pretty good. That damage is fixed. Same with Scott Casorn, so no worries there. But in the back, Blaze Crawford comes down to pit road. Bold move right here. Comes down to pit road before the pits close with 2 laps to go. He's thinking bigger picture. Interesting call right here. We're going to see, oh, contact with the 4 in Dunkelberger. Oh, no, and then his teammate, Jamie Graham, gives him a big smooch in turns 3. Oh my, cannot believe that it caused a wreck, but lap 49, next time by is the stage 1 finish. Mark Whitley out to a handsome lead. But right here for the top 5, who's gonna get it? Stage points matter so much, but there he is. Mark Whitley gonna come around. He will be the stage 1 winner. And at the line, looks like Dunkelberger beat Jamie Graham for that top 5 spot. Great racing right there to decide stage 1. Awesome run right there. Mark Whitley gets it done, is your stage 1 winner. Led most of those laps. I'll tell you what, he's going to be one to contend with today. Looking very, very good. Awesome, awesome runs today. Mark Whitley, your stage winner. Nick Lights. And then Andrew Phipps in P3. Devin Smecker. Ron Dunkelberger, P5. Right now, everyone's pitting. A couple drivers haven't decided to pit, though. Daryl Young, Brandon Bowie, Matthew Pont, Max Brady, and Joseph Mealy. We're not surprised here by Mealy and Brady. These guys have pitted before, but Mealy was one of the guys that pitted just a second ago before that caution came out for the stage. So that looks like a smart move for him. We'll see how that works out. Jacob Wiest as well, Frankie Barroso. And then here they come. Mark Whitley out right now. Frankie Barroso looks like came out of the pits. Did he just take 2 tires? Interesting. We'll come back and take a look at that. But man, Mark going to be in P8 currently. We'll dial him up real fast. See if we can sneak him in. Hey, Mark Whitley, man. It's Steve in the booth. He got me.
Gotcha.
Hey, dude, how's it going, man? You're looking pretty good, looking pretty fast, obviously, and the track conditions look pretty interesting, obviously, as the sun goes down. So talk to us about the race, how the car feels, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Was able to kind of dive it in there on the outside and start of the race and get the lead and kind of just hold them off. Really like this track, especially this car. I've had a lot of success here with it. Just, trying to run cautiously aggressive, like just, can't run too slow, but you can't burn your tires off. So it's just kind of a nice little cat and mouse game a little bit here, especially all these cautions. I know if we weren't as bad hurting for points as we were, I might have pitted there with, whenever it was 7-8 to go before the stage and just stayed out at the stage, try to get back track position. But we're, needing some points right now, so I just decided to stay out here, get the stage win, and hopefully we can get back up here and get either another stage win or at least some more good stage points.
Yes, sir. Looking pretty good right now. Good luck rest of the way.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Already there he is. Mark Whitley, stage winner. Looking very fast. We talked about it earlier. He just knows how to get around this place well. As we're seeing the Choose car in action right now. The lights are going down pretty heavy right now, so a lot can happen. Very, very good race so far. Lap 54, 5th caution, but this is our stage, so really it's been 4 cautions for incidents. But as this race goes, I've got a feeling we're going to see it calm down just a bit. Knock on wood. So right now, real quick, as we get to the restart, we have 1 lap to go until we go green. So let's go real quick. Thank AdminBoxx for what they do. We'll come right back. Alrighty, we are back to the AdminBoxx 200. Apologize for that. Had some little bit of a technical glitch out of nowhere, but we are under our 5th caution of the day. It looks like we had an incident in the back. Let's go back and take a look. Looks like Daryl Young back here. Again, this is the initial restart of the race. Don't really see anything going on. Not sure what happened there. Interesting for sure. We'll ask race control what actually happened there, but man, don't see a lot going on. No one has any damage. Didn't see any cars spun around, so I wonder maybe if that's a race control deemed yellow for a bad start, maybe. We'll get the answers for you. Either way, lap 58, the beginning of stage 2, and Brandon Bowie right now is going to be your leader. So we'll find out what happened there, but man, a lot going on too. Either way, lap 59. We will get word. Austin Sayers coming down pit road, still making damage fixes to that car. Obviously, earlier on in the race, had some issues with the front end. Collided into the outside wall on the backstretch, but looks pretty good right now. We'll see if he can get that car fixed. Jackson Anderson as well has the car pretty well replaced now. The front end looks a lot better than it did before. That right front has some potential issues. Had a toe issue on the right. But not too bad right there. We'll get word from him. Okay, so getting word that actually that last yellow was the 6 car. So if Joseph Mealy, let's see if we can get a look real quick. Oh, there it is, yeah. Some big time blinking. And that's going to be it right there for that 6. Might still be able to fix that car, but yeah, sometimes those are those are tricky. Internet issues, right? When you're looking at iRacing and, you know, you've got 34 drivers right now from all parts of the country and world, actually, for a few of them. And they're trying to make this thing work, and internet issues, and hey, they don't have that in the real world, so this is definitely adds a different layer. But it's all good. Those things happen. We're going to go back green right here on lap 62. Again, lap 100 is the mark to get to for stage number 2. Here we go. Brandon Bowie going to lead us off. Max Brady as well. Here we go. Out of turn 4. Brady and Bowie. Here we go. What can happen here? New tires and old tires right here are facing off. Got to be super careful. These are the leaders. What can they do? Max, oh, Matthew Pont off. Way off right there. Rejoins the circuit. Brandon Bowie way upside right here. Great start, but look at this. Mark Whitley trying what he can to get himself back to the front. He has the newer tires. Trying to pass Devin Smecker right here. Makes it work pretty well down low. Frankie Barroso now to the front as well. Andrew Phipps working alongside Jacob Wiest. Great runs. Look at this pack right here. Tim Robb under fire a bit on the outside lane. Jamie Graham doing just the same there as well. The outside lane definitely works, especially at night. And right now we're starting to see it. On board, Tim Robb got real loose right there out of turn 2. Jamie Graham gives him a shot. Little bouncing right here. Oh, Tim Robb gonna go around here. That might, yes it will. That'll be a caution. Unfortunate. Tim Robb looking pretty good right there for a while, but had some issues. We were riding aboard and he was getting pinballed all the way around there, but the car looks pretty clean, so might not be a massive issue there for him. But let's go back and take a look at that. Our 7th caution of the day. Just some light front end damage, but really not a whole lot. We'll go back a little further and try and see how this developed. Even further. Okay, so you can see him right there, really wiggly out of turn 2. And then Graham right there in that 62 is going to give him a shot down the backstretch. That might upset the car a little bit more. Oh, yeah, big shot from the 62, man. Whew. And then another one, and that's what did it. So not sure if there's some beef right there with those drivers, but man, that was, Graham just did not give an inch right there. You could tell Rob was trying to, you know, get his car back under grips, right? But definitely couldn't quite do it. But the car looks pretty good, so might not be a big issue. He'll have to get back to the front, and I'll tell you what, if he gets behind Jamie Graham, we might see some retaliation. We never know. But either way, Brandon Bowie up front on lap 68. Looking pretty solid right now. Max Brady in P2 after an early incident, and then Mark Whitley in P3. So far, solid job by a lot of these drivers. We're getting down to it. Lap 68. Let's go and thank a few more sponsors while we have the time. Looks like we have at least 2 more laps to go, so we'll come right back.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Alrighty, welcome back to the AdminBoxx 200. We are right now at the choose car. Everyone making their decisions. A lot of drivers picking that down low lane, but right now in the outside lane, we're seeing that outside lane work quite well. And looking at the sky, I mean, the sun's pretty much down at this point. We're going to get down to actual, true nighttime racing as the lights are on. Everyone right now looking pretty good. And there we go. So up front, again, we're going to be Brandon Bowie and Max Brady. Looks like we might go one more lap here. Oh, there we go. Pace car lights come off, so great. They'll go back double file, and again, lap 100 is going to be the mark to get to as far as stage number 2. Here we go, Brandon Bowie and Max Brady lead us off. That restart, they weren't that tight together, but we're going to make it work right here. Sending it down low. Bowie and Mark Whitley making that work on the outside lane. Strong stuff right here. Ooh, some movement right there for the 23. That might open it up for Brady here to lead his first laps. Can he get it done? Yes, he does. There's an extra point towards his championship. That might be huge for him. But a great battle right now for the lead. This is a great example of what we'll see later on in the race, folks. The outside lane can work, but also the inside lane. It becomes a drag race all around this circuit. Watching on board, Mark Whitley. He's going to choose to go down low with Max. Can't quite do it, though. He gets that great rotation. And you see the rearview mirror full of dripdrops.io on the hood of Devin Schmecker. Looking pretty good right there, too. Big time movement. Max Brady gets super loose right there on exit. And that opens the door here for Mark Whitley. Man, what a run. Great move to get around him. Great job right now. The outside lane, though, is just not holding on like maybe they thought they would. Brandon Bowie right now is struggling on the outside lane, but Mark Whitley, no struggle in sight, looking very good on the outside lane. Your stage 1 winner on his way to stage 2, but I think Devin Schmerker's going to have something to say about that. His teammate Nick Lights, Murphy Esports, is definitely working their way to the front. Further on back, we're seeing some drivers as well. Jacob Wiest, Gary Slapinski. Doing some work right here. Roger Pierce, big time gain right here. We saw him back in the field earlier. I thought maybe it was for strategy, but right now in P12, working his way back to the front. Strong effort there for the 76. Definitely expect to see him at the end of this thing towards the front. Millerin and Brandon Fetterplace working together here, side by side. Ooh, Slapinski, oh no! Oh, big move here, Fleming and Millerin. And Fleming goes around in the 88. Looks like somebody really slowed up. And man, Fleming just had nowhere to go. Not huge damage to the right front, but definitely enough to hurt that car potentially. But let's go back and take a look. That was definitely an odd situation there. Matt Fleming. Oh, Gary just got, looks like crazy loose on the exit. Let's see if we can go back one more time and get a better shot here. So, oh, the 88 gives him a shot. So now the full story comes out. 88 gives the 78 a shot just a little bit. Again, different braking zones. Short track racing is not for everyone. And then Gary just couldn't, he couldn't hold on to it on exit. And Millerin was at full speed right there on the exit. But hey, Roger Pierce gets through, 41 BP. Matthew Pont looks like he squeezes through that number 1 machine. So yeah, just a bad deal for Fleming there. Either way, though, he's going to get it done. So not a lot of damage, but enough to definitely be a concern for that 88. He'll come down pit road, get that damage fixed, along with Daryl Young coming down pit road. Scott Gasorn, Austin Salyers, Kenny Reel. Not too bad right now. So a lot of the drivers taking their time and getting that damage fixed. Mark Whitley, though, still leads the pack. So pretty solid all the way around. Right now, we're going to take a bit of an extended caution. We'll go race day nonstop so we can take care of some business. And we'll come right back for the restart.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
All right, folks, I'm seeing the chat. I changed it to stage 2. We're in shambles over here. Once in a while, we're in shambles, but it's all good. We're not too shambly most of the time, but today we are. So forgive me for that. But anyway, lap 84, we are back to the AdminBoxx 200, and we're gonna get back to it right now. Lap 100 is the mark for stage 2, and right now a long way to go in the race. Still halfway to go overall. So right now, Mark Whitley, Devin Sprecher, gonna lead us back off to the green flag. Here we go. Great entry right there for Mark Whitley. Awesome job further in the back. We're seeing 3 wide right here in turn 2. This does not typically work. Not a bad job. James Kaufman on the outside lane making it work. Matt Smith down low. Tim Robb got involved in the earlier incident. Will have to try and make his way back to the front. Matthew Pont working on Julio Villalobos. Great job here by these 2 drivers. Jeremy Millerin. Gary Slapinski, a couple of HDR teammates right here. Overall, not too bad. Gary on the outside lanes. Oof. Overcooked it just a bit for Gary. But not a bad job right there for him. A couple of drivers making their way up. Blaze Crawford started off very strong, down 6 spots right now. Trying to find his way back up to the front. Brandon Bowie, Frankie Barroso doing just that. Look at this, Max Brady, Brian Zuckerberger, and Andrew Phipps. A couple of drivers right here. Doing a great job, Max Brady, down low, into that 4th spot. He's been able to hold on to it, which is very, very impressive. After the early race incident, he is holding it down right there in that P4 spot. Andrew Phipps as well. We know he's fast. He's going to just find that speed and maybe that track position. Clean air, though, is so key. That could be a big case, too. Gary Slopinski, Brandon Fetterplace working. Turn 4 on the exit, lap 90. We're 10 laps away from stage 2. Mark Whitley, though, under fire a little bit. 0.4 of a second back behind Smecker. Whitley right here. Starting to look like a classic beatdown by that 77. We'll see. Almost at the halfway point. Devin Smecker has his teammate Nick Lights right behind him. And Nick Lights knows these tracks. Especially these short tracks. This is his wheelhouse right here. Gonna make a move down low to his teammate. And around he goes. Looks like Smecker might have been a little bit nice there. Lets him go. Maybe Nick can catch him right here with 8 laps to go. We're gonna find out as they battle behind him. Crawford and Andrew Phipps. Overall, a very solid effort by these two guys right here, Dunkelberger and Phipps. Good friends off the track, but right now, man, you wouldn't know it. Battling side by side. Out of turn 2, Brandon Bowie's right there as well, though. Can he capitalize on it? Frankie Rosso might stick his nose right down below Brandon Bowie. It seems like he does. Gotta watch that corner. Good job right here. Frankie Rosso actually is the only winner at Richmond in these last... see, this is actually the second time we've been to Richmond in the ASRA Cup Series ever, out of 6 seasons. And Frankie Rosso won the first iteration of that. Ooh, Dunkelberger way out of shape right here. Keeps it going though, man. Awesome job right there to hold it down. A little further back, look at this. Roger Pierce in P10 passes Frankie Rosso cleanly right there in the outside lane. Very good job right there. That's what it takes. Roger is finally finding his way back to the top 10. Frankie struggling down there on the inside lane. Uh-oh, BP. Really hit the ball right there on the exit. But not too bad. 96 laps in. Look at this battle right here. The 41. Normally driven by Martin Nava. Not here today, so Brandon Fetterplace is subbing in. Doing a pretty good job here. Big battles, though, all around the track. Nice job overall. Jamie Graham on the outside lane. We talked about it earlier. Look at the outside lane and how much it gives him that momentum on the outside. Look at that movement. Really good to see right there. But Mark Whitley at the front of the field, lap 98. He is getting the job done. Nick Lights couldn't quite catch him right now. About an 0.8 of a lead. Mark Whitley's putting on an absolute masterclass. Further back, though, we're seeing battles all around the track. Millerin right here actually working on Jamie Graham still. I feel like we've seen these two together the whole race. Great job. Brandon Six back here as well. Not normally somewhere we see Brandon Six, but right now it looks like he's playing the safe game, trying what he can to maybe work his way and get himself in shape for stage 3. We've seen that numerous times from Bowie Esports. We typically always do. Whoa, hold on. Lap 100. That's the mark. We thought we had one more lap to go, but we did not. Mark Whitley is your stage 2 winner. Again, back-to-back stages. Didn't get the pole, but was close. Started P2. Definitely has what it takes today to get this win, to get himself locked in to not only the All-Star race, but also the championship playoffs, which is definitely more important for a driver like this, who is a former champion. Again, Season 4 got the job done. So, awesome job for him. Nick Light's going to be in P2. Devin Smecker, 3rd place. Max Brady, 4th. And P5, Blaze Crawford, rounding up the top 10. Brandon Bowie, P6. Andrew Phipps, 7th. Ryan Dunkelberger, 8th. Jacob Wiest in P9. And then Roger Pierce, P10. Great job thus far. Hold on now. Mark Whitley not coming down pit road. Same with Roger Pierce. Interesting. What are we doing, boys? Interesting call right there, but we'll find out shortly once we talk to a few drivers. But right now, everyone else, assumedly, comes down pit road. And man, we are busy on pit road right here. Bunch of drivers coming down. Andrew Phipps has that number 1 pit box, so we should see him get a good exit here. And there he is. Great job for Andrew Phipps. Brandon 6 right now comes out alongside. That could have been a classic 2-tire strat there for Brandon 6. We'll see how that works. But Devin Schmecker looking good. Mark Whitley maintains the lead here after the stage, so this is interesting. He'll have older tires. We'll see how that works. Roger Pierce in P2. And Matthew Fleming in P3. Let's go real quick to go talk to Roger Pierce. Looks like he's trying to do the same strategy as Whitley, and obviously these guys are teammates, so let's see if they'll share some teammate strategy, shall we? Hey, Roger, man, it's Steve in the booth. You got me? Yo, Roger, it's Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, dude, looking pretty good right now in P2. Earlier, you finally broke your way into the top 10. And, I mean, Mark Whitley obviously won stage 2, so we'll talk to somebody else. What's the strategy right now? I mean, you guys didn't pit right here. Are you willing to give up any special details?
Oh, I mean, you know, we just like to have fun out here. We saved a lot of fuel under those caution laps, so we'll see what we can do here at the end. Him and I, as soon as I went to the top 10, decided to go on the same strategy, so we'll see if it'll work out. I'm not going to give everything away, but just know we'll be ready to go for the end.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Good luck rest of the way, man.
Hey, man, thanks.
All right, there he is. Not willing to give up any details besides the fact that they have. Okay, they saved the fuel. Interesting call there, but hey, we'll find out together, won't we, folks? So, not bad, but Mark Whitley going to be the leader still. Roger Pierce as well. Matthew Fleming also in that third spot. Has some damage there in the right front, but not too bad from an earlier incident. But Brandon 6, Bowie, Nick Lights, Phipps, all these guys have the fresh tires and fuel. So we'll see how that plays a role into it now, but right now there's no more stages. So that'll be it. We're going to go about 94 laps green and no stages remaining. So this could be interesting to see how this works. If we stay green for a long time, we'll definitely see green flag pit stops, obviously, and differing strategy. It all depends on how this thing ends. But man, we're going to get back underway at lap 105. Here we go. Mark Whitley, Roger Pierce up front. And green flag is out in the air. We are back. Solid job right now. The brand new tires definitely gonna have to be cold, so you gotta warm them up real quick, a couple laps, especially in these cold conditions. Right now we're seeing it. The inside lane, Brandon Bowie trying what he can down low. Roger making the outside lane working pretty well right there. Holding up newer tires. Back in the pack here, we saw some issues. We saw Christian Angel and then Tim Robb way down low. We thought they maybe got together a little bit, but yellow flag is out. Oh no, Brandon 6, huge mess right here on the front stretch. Jamie Graham as well. Oh my word. What happens on the front stretch right there? We saw them racing pretty hardcore, but Brandon 6 looks like got involved. Has some back end damage. Jimmy Graham, don't see a ton right there, but let's go back and take a look. Man, that was, can't believe they didn't take out more cars. That was a big one. All right, we're gonna ride on board, Jamie Graham. See, ooh, whoa, hold on now. All kinds of a mess. My, oh my. Okay, let's slow this thing way down. We're seeing 3 wide right here up front. Dunkelberger, Smecker, and Crawford. Let's see if that plays a role into this. We'll speed it up and slow it down as we need to. So Miller in right here, and then number 10. Oh, it already happened up front. So 6 and Brady potentially got together. That might have been the actual incident. We'll go back and take a look. But man, huge mess right here. You were watching that 66. Max Brady right behind him. Goes way down low, and that wasn't the case, but a little tap right there. Max Brady. Oh, 6 just gets loose. Yeah, Brandon 6 just gets real loose out of there at turn 4. And that unfortunately stacks up. I mean, Phipps, his teammate, right there as well. Looks like Jamie Graham and Miller, and that's just collateral damage, trying to slow down. Weist right there as well. Frankie might sneak by right there. Man, huge break. Looks like that 41 smacks into Max Brady right there a little bit as well. But yeah, just carnage all around. Hate to see that. But those things can happen, right? I mean, some of the best drivers can definitely, lose control of their cars. We saw, Mark Whitley getting loose a couple times, a couple weeks back at Texas. And, now we're seeing, Brandon 6 getting loose at turn 4. So this can happen to anybody. And, right now we're seeing that just the same. So lap 111, Brandon 6 looks like he's on track as well. He might go a lap down here. But that's the case. Jacob Weist was also involved in an incident earlier on, but the car doesn't look too bad. Coming up back on track to not lose that lap, so not a bad move. Same thing with Max Brady. Also involved in an earlier incident, but that car looks pretty salvageable, so again, not terrible. But looks like we're going to get back to it. Not too bad. Juice car has approached. And we're going to get it right here. Outside or inside lane, which one do you choose? Outside lane right now works really, really well. I feel like if we see cautions more later on in the race, especially for like a short, 20-lap burst or whatnot, I think the outside lane is going to be what they want to do. It gives you a better arc into turn 1, especially if you clear that secondary place car. So we will see. Everyone right now coming off, and there we go. Choose rule has been decided. And Mark Whitley, Matthew Fleming going to be leading us back off here to go back to lap 114. So a long way to still go. We're past the halfway point. Our 10th caution, really it's our 8th caution, because we've had 2 cautions that were the stages. So not too bad for short track racing. Only could get crazier as we go. So we will see. Mark Whitley looking pretty stout right now. Big update from Nick Simpson in the chat. Really appreciate that. Getting word from his team, so love to see that. Right now, though, the lead has been, here we go. Mark Whitley on the outside lane gets the great restart. Matthew Fleming, though, what can he have on the inside lane? Brendan Bowie going to send it in 2. Does a great job. Roger Pierce has found himself in the top 5. He got around that wreck. Nick Light's going to send it in right there. A good job. He has the pace. Millerin, look at him. P6 right now for Millerin. Incredible run. We're starting to see a lot of these guys who've had bad luck at the beginning of this season finally starting to show some today. This could be the case here for Millerin and Roger Pierce, drivers like that who haven't really had the runs they've wanted. They've run really well, but they haven't really been able to show it with the results, and today could be that day right now. Mark Whitley up front, 0.2 of a second lead. Brandon Bowie up to P2. Here comes Roger Pierce down low again, has the newer tires. Ooh, yellow flag in the air. Looks like Matthew Pont, I'm getting word. see him driving straight, so I'm not sure what this caution's for, but unless we just missed it. Oh, okay, yep. Just got loose at turn 2. Uh-oh, big contact here, I think. Yes, sir, it is. Let's try and squeak back just a bit more, see if we can find out if anybody maybe hit him, or... Here we go. Oh, contact with Woodruff. Yeah, and then just around he goes. Unfortunately, Villalobos is right there. Not massive damage to Villalobos, but that could be hurtful for sure. Now we're going to see some drivers take some tires and fuel. Here we go. Matthew Fleming comes down. Blaze Crawford as well. And a couple more. Gary Slapinski, Andrew Phipps. Not a bad move right here. If they pit right here, they definitely have a one-stopper to go. I mean, I think that's the case, right? You want to obviously shorten this race as much as you can. Now, when you pit under yellow like this and nobody else comes in, you put yourself, you know, into that hornet's nest of maybe getting, you know, around cars and around to more cars, and incidents can happen, right? So, got to be careful. Either way, they are on pit road, and Mark Whitley is your leader. So, we'll go and thank a few sponsors real quick, folks. We'll come right back.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Vegas pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
All right, folks, welcome back to the AdminBoxx 200. We are here at Richmond, and it is short track racing. And I'll tell you what, we expected when we put this on the schedule, Richmond is going to be the start of the Midseason Madness in-season tournament. We knew there was going to be chaos. And speaking of Midseason Madness, here are the standings. These aren't live, but these are definitely pre-Richmond standings. And right now, this is going to be the case. So after the race, this will update. And the top 10 will advance to Atlanta next week, and the back 10 will go away. So be disqualified from the tournament, and a lot is on the line here for prize winnings at Charlotte in a couple weeks. Mark Whitley, your leader, has won both stages, but he is not on the tournament because he missed a few races earlier on in the season to open up the season. So, and again, this bracket was only for the top 20 in points. So definitely massive for him if he can win this race, because this will lock him into the playoffs. And right now we're going to find out real quick. Lap 122. We're going back green here. And there we go. Mark Whitley, great jump right there. Brendan Bowie down low, but watch out for these Murphy Esport boys. Nick Lights and Devin Smecker. They are right there trying to battle for this top 5 spot, but also the win too. They want the wins just as much. Too wide all the way around right now. A lot of drivers just solid racing. We haven't talked much about James Kaufman, but man, look at him. 13th right now, just an absolute solid driver. Not getting in the mix of any big issues. Very good job right there. Christian Angel, another one. Qualified well, practiced well. And here he is. Number 3 car in 7th place. Very, very good run right here. This could be a career day for him if he can finish it off. Brendan Fetterplace comes down pit road under green, looks like. Interesting call here. Maybe he wants to avoid all the mess and take those tires and fuel early. We'll watch him. But Millerin and Christian Angel battling right now side by side. Millerin has his teammate behind him, Tim Robb. Can he affect this battle right here? He's going to go with his teammate, you would assume. Further on back, Max Brady, Andrew Phipps. These guys just pit under this caution. So they're on a completely different alternate strategy here late into this race on lap 126. We'll see how they can navigate this race and get back to the front. Big battle right here. That 2 of the 26. Getting around Brandon Bowie right now. Bowie looks strong, but definitely not as strong as these Murphy Esport drivers and Mark Whitley. Roger Pierce in that 5th spot, trying to track them down as well. Looking very good today. Big battle here. Austin Salyers up high for season 1 champion Matt Smith, but Matt Smith, whoo, gets a little loose right there in turns 4. Great job holding on to it. Looking good. Max Brady on the outside lane right there. Dives it above James Kaufman. Good racing overall right now. Further on to the back, we'll give you a quick update on these guys in lap 129. Brandon Fetterplace, 25th spot. Update on a few more drivers too. Michael Johnson, he is on the track right now in 26th. I believe the multiple laps down. Looks like he might have had an issue earlier on in the race. Either connectivity issues or whatnot. So unfortunately, right now not going to be looking as good as maybe he would have liked in the race, but we'll find out obviously as we go through the race. Richie Woodruff, unfortunately on pit road right now, has a pretty beat up car. Not good. So yeah, Michael Johnson 2 laps down. Can definitely catch that back up though with a couple more cautions, so that might be the case here. Jacob Weiss 9 laps down. Joseph Millie 9 laps down. Tough break for them. But up front, Mark Whitley is the one to beat tonight in that red number 77 machine, looking really, really good. He needs this win right now. He can get to the playoffs potentially by points, but the season will end pretty quickly, and this win will lock him automatically in. Looking very, very good. Smucker, though, in P2, only a second back. He's got the speed to do it. Nick Lights, 3rd place. Brendan Bowie in that 4th spot, and then Roger Pierce in P5. And man, Christian Angel, can't say much about him right now, or enough about him, excuse me. Just looks so good in that 3. A newer driver on the circuit, and really showing right now some patience and some really good driving overall. Tim Robb as well. Tim Robb came from the back as well from the earlier incident. A lot of these guys we're seeing getting affected by early cautions, but they worked their way up nice and easy. Frankie Rosso finally coming back into the picture. Didn't qualify well, hasn't really been a top 10 car, but here he is fighting for right now for P8 around Jeremy Millerin. Not looking too bad right there. This battle is still raging on. We'll drive on board right here. There we go. This is Jeremy Millerin's view. You can see that rearview mirror right now full of Blaze Crawford. And Frankie Barroso is right there to his left. Up ahead you see the battle of Tim Robb and Christian Angel. This is what we were talking about before though. The outside lane really works. The rubber at this point is built up there on the outside lane, and it can just, you can just ride side by side the entire time. Tim Robb makes a dive bomb move right here, maybe. Doesn't get it done. Awesome job overall. Mark Whitley, though, it is cut down in half. Devin Smarker is catching up to him about 0.5 of a second now. Again, Smarker has the newer tires. Whitley doesn't have them. He stayed out during that stage break. And that might be a play, obviously, for the end of the race, but right now, looking looking pretty dicey. We're seeing Matthew Pont out here pretty slow. Going to try and maybe stay out of the way here of the lead cars. Not a bad job though for him. Showing some respect by moving out of the way. Great job. This battle right here, these guys are so close together. Awesome, awesome racing. Further on back a little bit, we're seeing Kenny Reel and Daryl Young working well together. Trying what he can. Daryl Young right now in P14, so not a bad job right here. Scott Gasorn bounced back quite well. I mean, right now P16 had an earlier incident. I believe he was lap 5 or 6. The second caution where he had that big incident. The car looks good, and he's on his way back to the front. Andrew Phipps inching ever so closely back there as well. Again, we just saw him pit not too long ago, about 15 laps ago. So he's making a play here for the end of the race. We're seeing way different strategies involved, and Phipps is one for sure to make it happen. So right now, a lot of drivers working different strats. Hugo Curiel back in the car today. Uh-oh. Whoa! Hold on to it. Little slideways there into turn 1. Kept it going. Now we're seeing Kaufman and Villalobos. Battle right there, but not too bad. Yeah, I'll keep it going. Nice job. Hugo Curiel, a couple weeks back at Texas, wasn't able to be here, and he saw his teammate Brandon Six win in his car as a sub, so not too bad. A pretty good day. If you're going to miss a day, then hey, man, your sub can win. Pretty good. Roger Pierce, big development here, comes down pit road. This is an early strat right here, but lap 143, he's got to think he can make enough fuel at this point. So here he comes down pit road. Will he bring in more drivers? He might do it. Brandon Bowie comes down as well. Brandon Bowie going to pit. That fuel window is open. And the drivers who needed those tires earlier on, they're going to pit right now. And if this thing stays green, I feel like for them, this is going to benefit them the most. Nice short pit. Come in when you have to. But right now, Devin Smerker is there. That DripDrops.io machine. Man, look at this. Catching him pretty quick right now. 0.3 of a lead for Whitley. But Smerker's catching him. We know Whitley's on older tires. But this could be it right here. This is a good move by Smerker, trying to get that lead, get that extra point for leading a lap. Keep that in mind too. We'll catch up back to that if they get closer. But right now, Frankie Rosso dives down low into Ryan Dunkelberger. Great move right there. Right now, Blaze Crawford looking pretty strong in P5. Right now is leading the way for Flagship Motorsports. Being the number 12, looking very, very good right here. Awesome job. His teammates not looking too bad either. Matthew Fleming right here in P16. Has the car to do it though, but we saw him, Fleming and Phipps, pit earlier. So these guys don't cross them off your list just yet. They're going to be, I think, appearing later on in this race before Splash and Go. I think they're going to maybe need a caution, to be fair, but I think these guys could be players at the end of this race. Depending on how this race ends, as Mark Whitley comes down to pit road, actually, the fuel is open. The pit strategy, here he comes. So your leader, Mark Whitley, comes down pit road right here. What does he have for them? That gives the lead now to Devin Smerker. A lot can go on here now. Smerker stays out. Obviously, Christian Angel comes down as well. So a couple more drivers coming down pit road. We already saw Roger Pierce come down a little earlier, and then that brought down his teammate Mark Whitley a couple laps later. So overall, we're going to see a lot of different strategies here. I think some guys are waiting for the caution, right? Because right now, if a caution comes out, everybody can pit, everyone can make it on fuel, and done deal. But if this thing stays green, that's where it really changes, I think, for these guys. It's a short track, so you're gonna have to, you know, you probably, if you put on the crew chief hat for a second, you're probably thinking, yeah, you'll probably see a late race caution, but it might not happen, right? So we will see. We've seen a lot of these races in the ASRA have cautions in the first couple of stages, and then it stays green the majority of the time later on. So a lot can happen. Frankie Barroso, Jamie Graham, movement right here. Jamie trying to get back to a P6 spot. So far he's doing it. Max Brady up to that P5. But nobody else right now coming down to pit road on lap 154. So big things happening here. Miller right now takes the apron, might be coming down pit road. It seems like he might be. And there he is. Comes down, he'll be servicing that car. Tim Robb as well, so his teammates aren't deciding to come down. Maybe they will now, but not just yet. Right now, Smecker is the leader. Roger Pierce gets around him, that's huge. Yellow comes out, Roger will be on the lead lap, doesn't have to fight for that lucky dog, so great job right there. Right now, folks, while it's calmed down, let's go and take a quick race day non-stop. You won't miss a thing, and we'll go and thank some sponsors right before green flag pit stops. We'll come right back.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like doggy bowl empty, Vegas pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
All right, folks, welcome back to the AdminBoxx 200. Big thanks to all the sponsors for supporting the channel and the league. And big thanks, obviously, today for AdminBoxx for supporting the race. The first race of the Midseason Madness in-season tournament. And here we are, man. Right now, Devin Smirker putting on a heater. 1.2 seconds on lap 162. We are edging close to lap 200, which is the finish of the race. And right now, Devin doing a great job. His teammate right behind him, Nick Lights, in P2. Blaze Crawford in third spot right now, looking pretty stout right now. I do believe, though, a lot of these guys still have to pit. Just a matter of when they have to do it, right? So it's going to come down to when they have to pit. A lot of these guys, I really do think they're looking for that yellow flag. If it comes out, I think a lot of these guys are going to be in good hands. But then there's some who want the green flag, right? I mean, we're seeing guys who just pit. Mark Whitley, he's one of them. A couple of guys like Roger Pierce. Man, tight conditions, look at this. Woo. Whitley, Robb, and Bowie right there, all battling. But this is all time gained. If this thing stays green, Mark Whitley is in a fantastic spot right now. Same thing, obviously, with Roger Pierce. He's back there as well. Either way, I think right now, this benefits Pierce and Mark Whitley. I think these guys, I think they benefit either way, right? Because, I mean, if you come down, if yellow comes out right now, you come down, you get 4 tires along with everybody else, and now you're even, right? But if you don't, if you stay out, if it stays green, then you're in a huge benefit. So I've got a feeling those guys want this thing to stay green, and I've got a feeling right now your current leaders need a yellow to come out. So we'll find out pretty quick how this works. But lap 166, 23 laps to go here at the line. And we're seeing the top 16 drivers are only the ones on the lead lap. So leaders are approaching. Devin Sprecher has a lot of cars in his windshield right now. And if you don't believe me, take a look. These are all cars right now going a lap down. Matthew Pond's already a lap down, actually multiple laps down. He'll get out of the way here. And then right now, man, dives down low. Kaufman up front, Salyers, Woodruff. Sprecher is putting on a clinic. Very, very fast right now. Oh, there it is! Yellow flag. It looks like Christian Angel maybe was the one here. And as they say, this changes everything. Christian Angel goes around on the front stretch, right basically at the line here. Let's go back and take a look, as we always do, and find out what happened here. Angel down low, in contact there with the 76. It happens right here, maybe on the next lap, but we'll watch it. Now it's Kenny Reel, Christian Angel. So right here, coming out of turn 3, and then now turn 4. What happens here? Angel gets a great jump. Yeah, we'll go back a little further more. Oh! So Kenny Reel. Get together right there. Man, what was that about? Let's see if this is it. It is not. We'll have to wait. Next time by right here. Let's take a look. Not a huge fan of using the rewind button, but we'll do it here because it saves some time. So coming off turn 4, yeah, they just connect. It's hard to tell if Angel just used that up a little bit, but man, tough break right there for Angel. Having a really good run in today's race, but man, just that bad luck hits him again. And that'll bring out a caution right here. So what does that mean for our leaders? This will change a lot right here. So Devin Sprecher right now is being shown still in P1. Roger Pierce a second ago just got his spot back. So this will change a lot right here. So we'll find out. We'll let this kind of cycle through, and we'll update you folks in just a second. Mark Whitley, though, on pit road. So here he comes right now, taking the 4 fresh tires. Takes that fuel, so interesting call here. But lap 171, looks like nobody pit, which is very interesting. For me, I thought these guys didn't have the fuel to get to the end, but maybe they do. Maybe they saved enough during the caution flags and in the caution laps to get the job done, and right now it looks like that might be the case. So choose car is here. A lot of drivers chose the down low. That's going to give Nick Lights the up high lane. Great stuff right there. We'll give you folks the alternate angle, and there it is. Everyone making their choices. Up high or down low. Conflicting decisions. There it is, Mark Whitley right there. He's going to have freshest tires out of the entire field, although he'll start in the back. So that could be a smart move for him. he can fly through the field. We'll see how that works for him. But this yellow didn't quite work out for Whitley and Roger Pierce. Those guys have pit earlier on. But here we go. We're going to find out how this works out. .24 laps to go here at the line. And Devin Sprecher, Nick Lights on the outside lane. Here we go, we're green. Big start right here. Andrew Phipps tried to move it down lower there, but he couldn't get it. A lot of drivers in the back of the field all bunched together. Look at this. James Kaufman together, Max Brady. So far, so good. Devin Sprecher, though, up front. Oh, Andrew Phipps goes around right here. By himself, it looks like. And that'll bring out our 13th caution of the day. Man, tough break right there. Trying to push as much as he can. Just couldn't get it done right there, but tough break. We'll get one more look just in case he got help, but I don't believe he did. Yeah, you can see no one's around him. Just got loose right there, almost into Frankie Barroso. And oh, so yeah, Jamie Graham got a piece of it. Unfortunate right there. So that might be it for Phipps. We'll see what he can do with the repair damage. But man, pole sitter, not unfortunately having that kind of a race he wanted to have, but all good. 25 laps to go here in the AdminBoxx 200. Again, a lot is on the line for the Midseason Madness tournament, but also the playoff picture, right? Devin Sprecher, if he can win this, I mean, really anybody in the back, right? Nick Lights, Crawford, Tim Robb, Frankie. Frankie's already got the 2 wins, so he's already locked in. But look at this, Nick Lights and Crawford. These guys can get that win and lock themselves into those playoffs. But look at this, Tim Robb having a great day right now in P4. He can lock this thing down too with a win. Scott Gasorn in P6. Up and down season so far, but man, a win right here would be crazy big for him. That'd be very cool to see. Daryl Young up to P8, Matt Smith P9. So a lot of drivers who weren't really in the top 10 earlier on in the race are now finding themselves in that top 10. And hey, track position later on in these races can be huge. So we'll see that play a role here today for sure. A couple of drivers deciding to come down pit road. Austin Salyers, here he is. Christian Angel as well comes down off pit road. Matthew Pont fixing his damage. Joseph Mealy, Jacob Wiest. Not looking too bad. And then Kenny Reel right here in the number 11. Making it work for him. So not too bad right here for these drivers. Again, 23 laps to go. Will be about 22 laps to go, give or take, at the line. So that'll end pretty quick. Will we see what we had at the end of Darlington and all kinds of yellows at the end of it? We'll see. Or will it go green? You never know. But I've got a funny feeling we're going to see a few more cautions. Short track racing and a lot on the line here to get this win, as well as advance through the Midseason Madness tournament. So a lot on the line. That Midseason Madness tournament, keep in mind, is going on right now. There it is. That's the bracket entering this race at Richmond. So the highest drivers after this race will move on to Atlanta next week. And a lot can be done there too. That super speedway at this point, 1.5 mile track, going to be a lot of fun to bring the ASRA boys over there. Right now though, we're going to go 1 lap to go. Pace car lights are going to be off, so we'll have 20 laps to go here once we go back green for the AdminBoxx 200. So in the chat, make your predictions now. Who's going to win the race? Yeah. Who do you think is going to win the race? Who's your favorite to win? A lot is on the line here. Big thanks to you folks for watching, obviously, and I appreciate all the subscriptions, the live super chats, all the donations. Really appreciate all the kindness. So right now, we're going to figure this thing out. 20 laps to go at the line. And, man, Richmond been a lot of fun. How will it end? Pace car off. Starter has the green flag in the air, and we are back green. Teammate side by side here. Smecker in lights. But Blaze Crawford, he's got something on his mind too, and that's a W. What can he do? 3 wide almost from the back of the pack right here. Couldn't quite get it done. Scott Casorn got pretty close, but Jimmy Graham, here he is in P6. What can he do? And then side-by-side racing in the back. Max Brady trying to get himself back to the front. And Mark Whitley, keep in mind, Mark has fresh tires out of anybody. Woo, Matt Smith, hold on to her. And he does. Mark has fresh tires. Roger Pierce right there as well behind him. Can they get to the front in time? Oh boy, Tim Robb. Tim Robb really, really slow. Kaufman into the wall too. Can't keep it straight somehow. Oh my word. Millerin got the worst of it, and the yellow flag is out. Woo. That was a hold your breath moment that entire lap. A lot of guys were super loose. And Kaufman got banged around, and Millerin and Tim Robb was all over the place. But we keep it straight, but yellow does come out, so we'll find out what happens here. But man, craziness. Let's watch Tim Robb here for a second. Yeah, Millerin's up front. Woodruff right here, that might have been the cause of the incident. Yeah, it sure was. Salyers looks like right there, and Woodruff. So yeah, that whole lap was pretty chaotic, a lot going on. The drivers having to dodge cars getting loose and whatnot. That's what we saw there, so. Busy, busy, busy. But what does that mean for the top 10? Well, Smirker and Light still up front, P1 and 2. 15 laps to go. We see Blaze Crawford right here in 3rd spot. I've got a feeling he's got some speed. He seems like he has what it takes here. So we'll see how that goes. Frankie Barroso, P4. Jamie Graham at 5th. Great spot right there for him. Darryl Young in P6. Holding it down. Tell you what, a lot of these guys looking pretty sharp right now. Mark Whitley, though, has the freshest tires in P9. If this thing goes green, tell you what, he might have it, because he is very, very fast, obviously, so not looking too bad. Real quick, we'll go and thank a few sponsors as we run under this caution lap. We'll come right back.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Alrighty, welcome back to the AdminBoxx 200. Right now, the choose car has been decided. Inside lane and outside lane, and right now with 12 laps to go, will be 11 laps to go here at the line to go back green. A lot is on the line here. Who can get their first win of the season? A lot can happen here, but man, oh man, we're looking to get green flag conditions here at the end of the race. Will we see it, or will we see some cautions? We do get the green, 3 green, white, checkered flag finishes. We don't want to see them, but we'll see what happens here. 11 laps to go for the AdminBoxx 200. Pace car comes off. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Murphy Esports up front in that front row. Sprecher and Lights. Right behind him though, 2 wide all the way back. A lot can happen here. Daryl Young smacks the ball there on the outside lane. Whitley trying to find a way through. He's got the fresh tires. A lot of these go. Oh, Roger Pierce around to the back. Unfortunate for Roger Pierce, man. Had a great day all race long. But again, just that bad luck bites him again. We'll take a look. Couldn't quite tell initially if he got loose or if he had some help, but we'll find out together. Oh yeah, just Matt Smith, 3 wide right there. Bowie, Smith, and Pierce unfortunately had nowhere to go. Not huge damage though on that car, so that's great news. But man, that's a tough break for Pierce. Again, going back to their strategy, I feel like they wanted green flag racing earlier on to make their strat work, but either way, 21st place, it can definitely gain quite a few spots here at the end of this race, so it's not over for him just yet. But I mean, since you're back there, maybe he takes, dives down pit road, takes the full 4 tires, and maybe gets it going. So either way, we'll find out here pretty soon. But 9 laps to go in the race. Our 13th caution, I know it says 15 on the board, but it's 13th for incident. We've had 2 for stage, obviously. So 13th caution of the day for incidents. And not too bad, right? Short not road course, we had that last week. Short track racing, and Sprecher up front, Nikolai's in P2. So this is looking pretty good here for Murphy Esports. Can they break through for their first win of the season? They might just do it here tonight. Right now, it looks like Sprecher and Lights both have that car. But Crawford and Barroso, never know. Flagship right there in 3rd spot. Frankie Barroso in P4. A lot can happen today, but man, Murphy Esports has been on fire lately. Looked very good at Texas. Very fast at Coda. And then right here, they have 3 of their 5 drivers in the top 5 right now. So looking very, very strong. We're seeing Roger Pierce come down pit road right here. Takes the 4 tires like we thought he might. And off he goes. Matthew Pont as well. Here he comes. So we'll see. A lot can happen right now. Next week, though, keep in mind, is Atlanta, the new Atlanta. So that'll be a lot of fun. Some super speedway action on the 1.5 mile track. It's always a blast. So cannot wait for that to happen as we see it unfold. Always a fun time at Atlanta. We've only been there once as well, so we're kind of in that part of the schedule where we're doing tracks that we've never been, or not never been to, but haven't been to in a long, long time. We're talking like season 2 of ASRA. So Texas was one of them. Richmond now is one of them. Coda last week, and New Atlanta next week. So going to be a lot of good times there. And then after that will be Charlotte for basically our version of the Coke 600. Going to be the longest race we do in the schedule, and it'll be 3-stage breaks, the whole deal. So that'll be a lot of fun. Charlotte last year was the finale of the championship, and now we're going to have it right where it belongs, mid-season, as one of our longest races, one of our crown jewels. So Can't wait to get that thing underway, but right now we have a Richmond race to figure out. And 5 laps to go here at the end of this caution period. Man, who can win this race? Will we see some green-white checkers? Will we see overtime? I don't have the answer to that, but Devin Smecker and Nick Lights hold this race in their hands. Geico restart zone, we're off. Big battle right here. Nick Light's gonna get a good jumper here on the outside lane. He does it. Oh, yellow flag though, out. Who is it? Woodruff. Looks like Woodruff is going to be the culprit here. Got loose on exit. Do we see Roger Pierce as well involved? Can't quite tell. It might have been, actually. Let's take a jump back. It might have been... Oh, involved Roger Pierce and Woodruff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, just... slams into him. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for that 76. Maybe even Woodruff himself. Just, again, different braking zones. We saw that before. We talked about it. Got to be careful of things like that, especially on short tracks like this. It's a classic case right there of mismatched braking zones, but that's going to be it. 3 laps to go, though, so we're going to enter into our first official green-white checkered attempt. As right now we sit high above Richmond Raceway. Always a fun place right here to come to. 3/4 of a mile track. Man, big time. Looking pretty good right now. So a lot to decide. Our first official green-white checkered attempt. We're going to get it right now. Nick Lights, again in P2. Blaze Crawford, 3rd spot. Frankie Barroso, 4th, and Jamie Graham in P5. It's unfortunate because right now these guys really can't make any moves because cautions come out so often. So right now, at the most, we're going to get a 2-lap shootout. It's unfortunate. Again, people like Mark Whitley just can't quite get to the front because he has the fresh tires and the yellows just stop his progress. Definitely not favorable. But Scott Caswarner now currently in P9. What a run for him if he can hold on to this. A top 10 effort is very, very good. Looking around right now, Daryl Young in P7. What a great spot for him as well. Short tracks, maybe not, you know, his forte, but man, he's making it work. In P7, so you can't discount that. So looking very strong. Jimmy Graham, Max Brady in P6. So an awesome effort by a lot of these guys. I mean, right now, unless Frankie Barroso finds his way around these 3 drivers, we're going to get a new winner this season. And that is always fun to see. So a long way to go, though. 3 laps to go. As the choose car approaches, we'll go 1 to go here next time by. And there it is. Not too bad right here. So 1 lap to go. We're going to figure out this AdminBoxx 200 right now as the lights go off the pace car. Our first official green-white checkered attempt. We get 3 of these, and how these work, folks, is basically this next time by, we're going to go green. If we hit the white flag, then no more cautions, and the next lap will end it at the checkered flag. But if the yellow comes out before the leaders hit the white flag, we'll try it again and again. But only a max attempts of 3. So we'll try it 3 times to decide how this race will end. Right now, though, Devin Smarker going to get a great jump in that lead spot, but Nick Lights maybe has the preferred lane, so if they go in side by side, who gets this? Here we go, pace car off. We're going back green here. Off we go. Max Brady really sending it in right here. 3 wide, but a yellow flag is out already. Who is it going to be? On track. Don't see anybody off the track just yet. What was that caution for? See if we can find it real quick. High above Richmond, we don't see anything that actually happened on track here. And no one's loose, no one's out of shape, no one's around. We'll wait to get word from our race control. They'll know a lot more about us, or about that than us, but man, what happened there? Either way, first green-white checkered attempt over. We have 2 more to go. So what can we see? Devin Smucker keeps getting those great launches. He's in that position to get this win if it keeps going like this. Blaze Crawford, 3rd spot. Frankie Barroso, P5, Jimmy Graham in 5th. Christian Angel comes down pit road. Looks like Mark Whitley right there during that short stint got around his teammate Daryl Young. All right, let's watch back real quick and watch that that green flag. Getting word that the 11 car, Kenny Reel, might have been involved here. So here's the replay of the restart we just saw. We'll let it play out for a second. Okay, in the back right here. Yeah, don't really see any cars spun around or whatnot. I mean, there's a checkup for sure, but I don't really see why that was a caution per se. So either way, we are under yellow, and that's going to be it right now. So we'll get it back to the replay. I'm sorry, to the real race. We have 2 more chances, folks, but right now we'll take a quick break, thank our sponsors as they come around, and wait until that pace car turns those lights off. We'll come right back, folks.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy life, Husky. Fancy life, Husky. Fancy life, Husky. Fancy life. Doggy bowl empty, Lakers full sleeping. Rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight. Rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
All right, we are back to the AdminBoxx 200. Right now, we are on the backstretch with 1 to go. So right now, we're going to go back green right now. Who will win this race? We have 2 more attempts at the green-white checkered flag. Can Devin Smucker hold on? Can Nick Lights eclipse his teammate? We're going to find out real quick. The pace car going to pull off right here. And we are going to go back green. 2 laps to go for the AdminBoxx 200. great jump by Smecker. Can he do it? Inside, Jamie Graham going to bounce off some drivers right here. Hold on to it. Brandon Bowie trying to make his way work. Oh, Mark Whitley around. And Matt Smith as well. No damage on that number 29, I believe, also for Mark Whitley. Didn't hit the inside wall. But that's what we expect to see. Sometimes just hard racing. When these green-white checkers come out, that's how it ends up. Tight racing, nobody gives, everyone takes. Go back once more and take a look. Looks like a lot of guys just bounced off. Whitley spun around, and the 29 looks like he might have checked up too hard and got around. That's going to be it right there. So guess what? We have only one more attempt at this, and Devin Smecker has himself in the catbird seat. This is where he wants to be right now. You know he's going to get a great jump on the restart. And all he needs to see is that white flag, but really that's about it actually. He really just needs to see something. Any flag at this point for him after we go green and next time is a W for him. So we're going to find out real quick if Smecker can win his first race of the season. With that 26 dripdrops.io machine looking very, very good, very fast. Maybe didn't have the speed earlier on, but definitely did right now. Devin Smecker up front. Nick Lights right now in P2. Blaze Crawford, Frankie Barroso, and Max Brady all in the top 5. So that really hasn't changed a whole lot. Again, because this is just yellow flag after yellow flag. They breed yellows at this point. And right now we're going to see a lot of things going down. So again, a lot more take and a lot less give right now, especially to get yourself into the winner's circle. But teammates right here, Devin Smecker, Nick Lights, and Jamie Graham. And Murphy Esports looking pretty good right now. Blaze Crawford leading the way for Flagship. Right there in that third spot, looking good. Frankie Barroso right now leading the way for Bowie. And then Max Brady, he's all by himself. Not really a part of a team this season. Came in a little late, but right now looking pretty good in P5. Right comeback from an earlier incident. And very, very strong. Daryl Young, another highlight right here in P8. So a great job by him to make it work. Andrew Phipps kind of has made his way back up to the front, but got loose earlier, right, and had an issue. So up to P9 with no front end is a pretty good day. So Tim Robb up to P10 as well after some incidents earlier on. So a bunch of drivers not having bad days considering the luck they've had, I guess. So not too bad, but 1 lap to go, or 2 laps to go here, excuse me, and our last green-white checkered flag attempt. So this is going to be it, folks. If a caution flag comes out, that's it. The field will freeze at the yellow. And then they'll still have to come around for the white flag and the checkered for their positions to lock in. But this is it. This is the last attempt. Devin Smecker, Nick Lights. Are we about to see the first Murphy Esport win of the season? Or will somebody sneak in a win? Blaze Crawford, Frankie Barroso, Max Brady. Or will we see an immediate yellow? We're going to find out real fast. But here we go. Devin Smecker leads us off for the last attempt at the green-white checkered. There he goes. Blaze Crawford, an amazing jump right there on the inside lane. And here we go. Down low. Smecker gets it, and that's the yellow flag. That's going to end the race. Millerin around, looks like in Christian Angel, as well as Matt Smith. But Devin Smecker, that is going to be it, folks. He will come around to take the white flag. And that'll be it. Devin Smecker going to win his first race of the season in that number 26 dripdrops.io machine. Has to catch the pace car, but this next time by will be the checkered flag. And man, what a great race for him. This is going to be it. Our 3 green-white checkered flag attempts are over. And Devin Smecker officially is your winner today for the AdminBoxx 200. Great job for him to win his first race of the season. Endured all the way. It was up in the front when he needed to be. And here he is. Huge win for that number 26. To get himself locked into the playoffs. Just like that. Great job right there. His teammate in P2, Nick Lights. Awesome job right there. Blaze Crawford, 3rd spot. Awesome finish. Frankie Broso in P4. And then Max Brady rounding out your top 5. So a fantastic job. Devin Smecker going to burn these things down right now. What a great job for your winner, Devin Smecker. So folks, there are your top 20 right there. That will be the order. We'll show you all the rest as well for the finishing results, but Devin Smecker is the winner today for the AdminBoxx 200. Pretty chaotic race, a lot of cautions, but hey, short track racing, what do you expect? Great time today for the first race of the Midseason Madness, and we saw some madness, that's for sure. Victory lap here, backwards for Devin. What a great run. We'll come right back, we'll talk to a few sponsors, and then we'll come back for sure and talk to our top 3. Come right back. Alrighty, here we are right now at the conclusion of the AdminBoxx 200. And man, what a race we saw for the opening of the Midseason Madness in-season tournament. And right now we're going to bring in Blaze Crawford, who is your 3rd place finisher. Incredible job for him. Let's see if we can sneak him in real fast. Here he is. Hey, Blaze Crawford, man, awesome race today. Couldn't quite get it done at the end, obviously, because of all the yellows and green-white checkers, but sometimes it's what it takes. But hey, man, talk to us about your race, how it went for you.
Yeah, man, it was definitely a race to remember. Started up front, ran good, made a mistake on a restart. Didn't even think twice of changing lanes and cost myself some points on stage, but I mean, I felt really fast and drove through the field like twice. Played good strategy at the end, put ourselves in a spot to win, but just came a couple spots short.
Yeah, definitely not bad, man. P3 is a pretty good finish for you, especially as we're starting to get closer to the playoffs, but mid-season right now, so great job for you. Hey, what do you have for shout-outs, man? Any sponsors, friends and family? What do you got?
Man, big shout out to the field for the last 30 laps, not be able to go green for 2 laps. That's awesome. But we had a good run at the end, towards like a 50, 60 lap run, which is solid. I just wish we could have done that the whole way. Shout out to Max Brady on the spotter stand, man. Awesome spotting, getting it done for us. Flag Motorsports. This flag motor was really fast tonight, so you can't ask for anything better than a good old flag motor. Shout out to my family for watching. Creed, Jazz, I know you're out there. My awesome girlfriend Tegan, I know she's watching too. So thanks for the broadcast. It makes it awesome for the family to be able to watch the race. So I appreciate you guys too. This league's awesome.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much, man. Great job. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it, man.
Alrighty, there he is, Blaze Crawford. Great job for him. We're going to bring in, next is P2, Nick Lights. Teammate of Devin Smecker, the winner today. We'll bring him in. Where is he? Aha, here he is. There he is, Nick Lights, the winner, or not the winner. Close though, P2. to his teammate winner, Devin Smacker. But man, good job today, P2. Obviously, kind of sucks with the late race cautions and green white checkers. You really can't show your hand to your teammates to try and get that win. But how'd the race go for you in your windshield?
Yeah, it was fun there. That long green flag run was, where everybody was making those green flag pit stops and stuff. That played into our hand with that caution coming out. Good job to Devin as well for winning it. And yeah, I mean, it was just a lot of fun tonight. Besides those yellows there at the end. But I know on those restarts, me and Devin were timing it pretty good to get a jump on third place. So happy about the results, and yeah, excited for next week.
Yes, sir, man. Good stuff. Give us real quick any shout outs you have, sponsors, friends. Who you got?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for putting this on. Appreciate it. And Murphy Esports 1-2 finish. How about that? Jamie did great too. Joseph as well. We're finally starting to get the results at Murphy Esports that we deserve, I believe. More wins hopefully coming. And Digital Downforce for being on the car today. And yeah.
Awesome job, man. Great job. We'll see you next week in Atlanta. Nice job.
Yes, sir. I love you.
Alrighty, there he is. Nikolai, it's always a hoot. So we're now bringing his teammate though, Devin Smecker. Man, huge win for him. He's going to be excited for sure. Let's bring him in real quick, see if we can track him down. There he is. Devin Smecker, the winner today of the AdminBoxx 200. Man, what a good-looking car and what a good-looking way to win this race today. How do you feel?
Yeah, Steve, thank you. Long time coming. 6 races into the year. Felt like we had a chance to win about half of them, and I feel like we've had a car in the Murphy Esports stable capable of winning every race. So it's awesome to steal the deal tonight at Richmond. It was a little goofy of a race there, a lot of cautions, but it was a lot of fun under green. Tires would wear out, and we'd be able to move up a lane or two to be able to gain momentum and make passes on people. So just nail biting those last probably 50 laps, just a restart after restart after restart.
Yeah.
And man, me and Nick worked together perfect. He's a phenomenal teammate, phenomenal driver, and we were able to orchestrate those restarts together to really not give those guys much of a chance to get by us. So I'm just so thankful, so happy for everyone involved in Murphy Esports, and we're going to take this, but we're certainly not done.
Yes, sir, man. Great to see. Talk to us real quick about your sponsors and shout-outs, and we'll let you go, man. Atlanta next week going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Atlanta, that's going to be crazy. So, but we got to win now, so we don't got to worry about hanging at the back. We get to go race next week, so that's going to be awesome. Gosh, where do I start? Brian Murphy, phenomenal team owner, even better friend. So thankful to him for going on this journey with me and expanding this to a 4-car team with 4 great drivers. Sponsors, man, Drip Drops. I love this car. It's a slight ode to Richard Petty, his 76 STP car. Adam Dean is a big fan of Richard Petty. And everyone seemed to be a big fan of that Petty blue we ran at Darlington, and given that the blue was so close to the Drip Drops blue, we decided to change it up and make that the blue on the race car. So thank you to everybody that makes the wheels turn here at Murphy Esports. Digital Downforce Graphics, the All Things Go podcast, Diva Q, Hosky Cardano, just so many partners. And we're certainly trying to add more, and we will add more. We'll have some news here within the next couple of weeks. And like I said, it's great to win tonight. It feels so good, but we are certainly not done. We have races to win. We think all 4 of our drivers can win, and we hope to have 4 cars in the final 4 at Homestead.
Yes, sir. Looking really good today, man. We'll see you next week at Atlanta. Go and celebrate, dude. Great job.
Thank you. Let's go super speedway racing.
Well, there he is, your winner, Devin Smacker, man. Awesome job today to get that big win. First win of the season, obviously locks himself into the playoffs with that win, and a great job today. We expected madness, obviously, at the short tracks, and today was the beginning of that mid-season madness tournament. And right now, a great job overall. But folks, big thanks to you for being here, obviously, and supporting the league and being here for all the races. A lot of fun, obviously. Right now, that is going to be your finishing order right there. Richmond was a lot of fun tonight. Short track racing, a lot of cautions, a lot of beating and banging. What do you expect? But a great job today. Next week, we'll catch you in Atlanta. Will be a lot of fun. But also, too, this Thursday, we bring on a new league to the channel. Thursday at 9 p.m., I believe it is. It'll be the Extreme Graphics Cup Series. We're going to be having their dual races at Daytona on Thursday. So that'll be a lot of fun. The week after will be their Daytona 500-ish type race. And cannot wait to get those guys onto the channel. That'll be a lot of fun. So check them out too. We'll see. You'll see the Go Live stream in the next couple of days for sure for that. So big thanks to all of you for being here. And a great job today for AdminBoxx for the 200. And we'll see you next week, folks, or next time. Have a good night.